This video gonna tell you what a customized rule could be. I choose code for example because code need more accuracy and also take many files that need to response many times, so it is a harder test. For response has length limit, so I will use this template to continue next part. You don't need to copy too much, for she only remember 5,000. So if she end at the right part, just continue period. End of the code implementation. Continue, please write summary. You can check this is a mistype, right? There's nothing need to be continued. I will not check the code, but at least the files should be matched the list she gave me. Currently, I've listed what she have gave me, and I found that she missed these two files she missed, and the views also mixed. This happened for me. I think that is because she start to forget the content. I'll just show you what might happen. I mean, she'll start forgot about the ZZ rule. Okay, seems she remember correctly. Okay, so if this so, I think I can continue. I use this because so you can check. My experience is if you forgot this part, the chance that have error would be higher. So you need to check this file more carefully. Remember, I just continue the code and check about some code being missed. She give me really sufficient structure of the whole code. I really ask her to give me a checklist for I can ask her again. So this is how my own role. I'll show you how to build a role like this and some experience you can notice. Now let's start from the flowchart. You can decide you need role or mode. I will set this as a template. Use ZZZ because she will forget after you ask 4,000 words. So if you ask too long, she will start to forget the role detail. So you need to check, do she still remember it? So if you use some DDD role or AA, sometimes she will just make up the role, and so I found you use ZZZ, she cannot make it up. So she will just say, I forgot it. I don't know. So I choose the word. So you can create your detail into it. And the end, give an example of blah, blah, blah. And you are in the ZZZ role to teach me or to demonstrate. So she'll give you the result that you expect. So if not, there's two situations. First, it's a clearly mistake, like a count wrong. It is not only the rule problem. Okay, it's a mistake. I will use the update rule request. It is used for prevent she to say I apologize for I blah blah blah, and this is an update version of the result. No, I want she to update the rule for me. So I think this way will let her just give me the new version of rule. Then she give you and you update and check about the detail and again. And most time you are into this situation is she do not understand the rule well. So there's two ways I suggest you. First, check the content. Would it clearly enough could lead to the result? Okay, do not try to shorten it to ensure it works fine at first. And the second more important part, a detailed example. Or sometimes I will use the below way. Ask GPT to give you a version, example version. Okay, you can retry until she give you an example is work fine for you. And then you copy the example and add to the response below the rule. So you will say, compare the rule and the example. Give me a version have both comments of two of them. So now, because it is generated by GPT, so it is more likely to be understood by her. You try again, run again, and normally just adjust the result. Okay, and if sometimes you try too many times, you just can ask her, okay, why you just not follow the rule, blah blah blah, input the detail, okay, and try. Okay, so I think there's totally three ways you can try. So now let's begin. So first, providing a brief overview. So I will have a checklist to remind her maybe she forgot something. Okay. And second, the code and summarize. I will know that it ends, so I need an example. I suggest we update each rule at once. So now I update one and the second and the third until all of them can get a perfect response. And maybe the step not only have 3, but after some adjust, you find you need 8 steps. But now I'm just focused on the 3 part. Remember, you can say dot update post or dot delete post, so should do continue. Now let's talk about the continue part. She cannot actually get the content, she just responds to you. But she can, based on what you ask, and predict what she might say like a normal person. But remember, if you give her some bad word, punish word, then she will begin to adjust the way she acts. So you will find that the flow will more not as before. So I think compliment is important. Accidentally, I just got success by this try. But you need to copy this role and add a new chat and test again. So I think at least 50% success is acceptable. Now let's say you should list the folders, right? So I'll update this part. Use our template. I use this not this way because I do not want to use my brain, so this still should work most time. This would get the update version, and I will see sometimes she just give me the same, so you need to check. But again, I do not want to use my brain. And then I will just generate a whole. Okay, I think this is better. Remember, you should create a new chat to check again. There is a button, right? You can put like, but often I will not use the button for, you can see I press like, but after reload, it will disappear. So I need to press again. So if I want to encourage you to do something really great, I will just put it into command so you do not need to retype again. Okay, now let's try a harder version. I want you to give me 2 files of code at once. So 2 files, 2 files. If I want to add something, I will just ask her. She just direct give me a very long version, but deserve a try. With a new version, she suggests. I think this is not I want. I think maybe it's because the role need to update. Okay, yes, this is a problem, so I'll remove it. I hope it will give me the next 2 files, so I will add just some part. And I think the 4 and 5 part also need to update. If you feel there's something stuck, just try to use your brain, or you just let GPT to do things for you. Now, sometimes you will find you want she to do this thing, not just like a pretend version. She should do this, not say this. So I think the rule is very clear, so I would ask her why this happened, or I don't know how to do. Ask her again. You'll find sometimes she will give the detailed version, sometimes she won't. So of course you need to adjust this part and ask her again. Okay, this is what I want. Yes. If she really do what I like, I will really give a grade. So now let's just demonstrate, so we just stop here. But you can see this is how I adjust the by this flowchart to let her give me the result. And most time I do not want to use the brain. Just let her give you the best version. For I've tried maybe 10 or 20 hours. I think let her give you the result is the workable version. And by the way, do not compare 2 rules. at least I will try to shorter the rule, but do not like copy this and ask her to give you shorter version and then ask her to compare these two versions. Are they identical? She will say yes, but sometimes the response not the same. So when you try to shorter the code, you must double check the response she gave you are identical. So at the end, you need to remember you original just want three parts. Okay, an overview, the code, and summary. And sometimes she need to be more detailed version, so it will change. But you have to check that your basic need list is still the same as what you want. And maybe we have success the list part, maybe others need to update again. Sometimes when I update this part, it might affect the below part. So you need to be careful. By the way, I think this kind of length is more suitable. I have created many versions. If you got more like 2 times or 3 times, it would lead to she to forget some detail or too many content you ask. Later, I will have some strange tests of GPT and also try to prove GPT can kill or not to kill people or how we prevent it.